Are you tired of home maintenance tasks? Do you feel tied up with all you're doing is home maintenance?
Feeling overwhelmed? So today we're going to help you systematize your annual maintenance tasks, keep your house humming and in tip-top shape.
We understand it can be a lot to handle to take care of your home, but protecting your investment is so important.
So at the end of the video, we're going to give you a checklist that'll help you go through on a month-by-month, quarter-by-quarter, year-by-year basis to do the things that you need to do to maintain your home.
And then you'll be all set up to be untied and free up your time. I'm Vickie.
And I'm Jim, and we're with the Bishop team, your leading realtors here in Orange County, California.
We know spending a Saturday doing a to-do list is not very much fun.
Or a honey-do list.
There you go.
But it's really critical to keep your house working properly, helping improve the value of what you've spent, and just enjoying life and your home.
Well, true, because deferred maintenance actually leads to higher costs in fixing it later. So let's protect your asset now. Let's jump into winter to-do list. Now, winter in California is different than a lot of other states, but there is still a to-do list.
So yeah, here in Orange County, you're not gonna have to winterize your home, but there are some things you can do. For example, you might actually use your heat once or twice.
Yeah, true.
This is the time of year to, if you haven't had it serviced, to get the HVAC system serviced, change the filter or filters if you have a dual zone system, and check the vents, clean out the registers, just do little minor maintenance.
Sure, makes it fresh and new.
Another thing that's important to make sure is functioning properly, this is from a safety standpoint, are your carbon monoxide detectors and your smoke detectors. Every bedroom should have a smoke detector in it. You want them in the common areas as well, and then every level should have a minimum of at least one carbon monoxide detector.
And they've made it so easy for us now. I mean, this is not like the old days where it was difficult to have these things. They plug in now?
This one plugs in. You can also get them that mount. Make sure you follow the instructions because the location of a smoke detector is different than a carbon monoxide detector.
Correct. Okay guys, this is actually a pretty easy one. Check your electrical cords to make sure that they don't look like this, that they don't need to be duct taped. Let's just go buy some new ones, run around, check and see what you got going, make sure we're not gonna have a fire with an electrical cord that looks that way.
Got a stinky garbage disposal? Well, one way to clean that out is put some ice in there, even lemon, and then flush it with warm water and baking soda.
Kind of like salt.
And let it go through for at least 30 seconds so it flushes everything out. And just another tip is when you do run your garbage disposal, after you turn it off, keep the water running 20 to 30 seconds to get it out of the kitchen and into the drain pipes.
Move that thing through. One more thing to do is clean your faucet aerators and your shower heads. You can easily do this, just remove it, run it under water, a little bit of vinegar, use a toothbrush, and it'll clean them right up.
And lastly, walk around the outside of the home and inspect for damage, fallen branches, chipped paint, things like that. And make a note and then get those addressed so that you don't have any water penetration into the home or other problems.
Moving into the spring season, one of my very favorites, when the flowers start blooming.
So one of the things that to check is as you've gotten through winter, check for falling branches. Any vegetation that's touching the house should be trimmed away. Great time to clean gutters. Check gutters, make sure there's no blockage there. So you have proper drainage going through the rainy season. And another time to take a walk around the house, look for any painting issues that might need to be addressed and get those taken care of. Probably better before it gets too hot in the summer to be outside painting. Another thing to consider during the spring is if you haven't had a termite inspection in a while, it is something that you should do every year or two. But if you give us a call and they know you're working with us, they'll give you a complimentary inspection, tell you what needs to be maintained. Because the thing about termites and fungus and dry rot, they're living organisms that eat your wood. So if you don't address it, it'll keep eating and the bills will go up.
Spring is a great time to kind of wash down the exterior of your home. And I do this, I know he loves it when I do it because the dirt just drips off because it's been rainy and it's coming off the roof and it's kind of sitting there and you think, oh, everything should be fresh and clean, but it's not. If you can get out there with the hose, kind of wash her down. We do not recommend having a power washer because that could take paint off and cause some damage to the house.
But the process actually does help the paint last longer and breathe properly. So it is good to get the dirt off there every so often.
Yeah, we're getting into summer, my favorite time of year. Maybe it's a good time for you to prune back your trees, have a chat with your gardeners, see if they can cut some back. Obviously, they know which trees need to be cut when, but if you think about that in summertime, it's probably a good thing on the checklist.
Another thing to do during the summer is make sure that your garage doors are lubricated and maintained. If they're loud, it's probably past time to lubricate the channels. One of the things that you can do inside the home is check the grout in your kitchens and bathrooms to make sure there aren't any leaks of water that are getting, behind the counters and things like that. So check the showers, the tubs, as well as the sinks, and make sure everything is in tip-top condition.
Sure, you're an expert at that one. Let's talk about a fall list. I would say now, because we're thinking fall, leaves may start falling, clean out those gutters.
Yep, definitely time to make sure that they are clean and ready to go as the rain starts. Chimneys also, if you're burning stuff in the chimney, you should consider getting a chimney sweep. Make sure all the parts of the fireplace are working properly, that there aren't any animals that have come into the chimney.
Yeah.
So another thing that's really important is to keep your dryer vents clean and clear. You should be clearing the lint out of your dryer every run, but you also should be clearing the vents on a periodic basis. If your dryer is not drying, that can be a cause of it. So that should be a red flag to check your vents. So one of the things that we also want to look at, you never think about it because it's up top of your house, it's your roof, so you don't usually see it. Or just schedule a roofer to come out every year or two to walk the roof, inspect for flashing that maybe needs to be resealed, slipped or broken tiles, other issues that need to be addressed, those mortar caps, it's basically cement. Those need to be maintained so that you don't have roof leaks. And now is a good time to do that. And if you haven't checked your HVAC system yet, going into the winter here in the fall is a good time to get that service done.
We really, really, really want you to keep on top of your HVAC.
Yeah, and just replacing the filter is a couple of dollars versus a new machine for $10,000.
Right.
Really worth it.
And we see it a lot, so please keep on top of that.
So finally, fall, winter, as you're getting into the holiday season, that's a good time to clean your coils on your refrigerator and your freezer. Make sure that those are gonna keep the turkeys cold and all that good stuff.
Thanks for sticking with us today, and we hope that this helps you just kind of break things down into seasons to keep your house maintenance at its highest so that when you do go to sell your home, you're not hit with all of this deferred maintenance. Oftentimes we see it, and it's just so much easier if you guys keep on top of it on a monthly basis or a seasonal basis. So check out the list, please. And if you have any questions at all, we'd love to help you. We've got roofers, we've got termite people, we've got all of these people to help as well. A wealth of knowledge here in Southern Orange County. We've been here a long time. I'm Vickie.
And I'm Jim, and we're with the Bishop team, your leading realtors here in Orange County, California.
And we'll talk to you soon.